And does your child suffer from ADHD or ADD? Have you heard of neurofeedback? You may if you're a longtime viewer of this program because we've talked about it a lot of times. The American Academy of Pediatrics gave neurofeedback their top rating in application to the behavioral symptoms of ADHD. Well, Dr. Sharo Shafai from the St. Louis Neurotherapy Institute is here to tell us how neurofeedback works. Welcome back. Always good to see you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
And I do think it's important that we set this up by talking about what neurofeedback is so people have an understanding of it.
Sure. Neurofeedback is a very sophisticated and extremely effective approach to retraining brain. Our brain, because of exposure to a wide variety of experiences, gets dysregulated, and it would lead to symptoms like attention deficit disorder, anxiety, depression, migraine headache, and brain-based behaviors or symptoms like that.
Migraine headaches?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So therefore, with neurofeedback, we teach brain to be more effective. Think of neurofeedback as a fitness training or physical therapy for the brain, without doing any type of jumping jacks or going to the gym to sweat. It's very fun. It's good for all age group. In our clinic, we have had individuals as young as 4.5 years old and as old as late 60s that have been there for a wide variety of symptoms. And it's non-invasive. We don't use any medication.
I think those are two very important things because a lot of people are looking at it, especially for their children. They want to avoid the medication if possible.
That's absolutely correct. We have individuals who don't want to mess with medication, have been on medication, experienced a great deal of side effects, and they're looking for an authentic, organic way to overcome those symptoms.
So how do we do that?
With neurofeedback, brain produces electrical activities. Just like EKG reveals a lot of conditions about our brain, recording EEG and brain waves would reveal a great deal of information about which area of the brain needs training.
And that's what we're looking at
now. So by recording the EEG, which is non-invasive, just a cap to record that, we produce the map. The areas that are green, that means they are normal. Areas that are dark orange or red, that means they are areas that are in need of training.
Sure.
And so the training is fun.
I was just going to say that. You're always a step ahead of me because that's important too, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. Training is fun, is non-invasive. Kids, young adults, and adults enjoy being part of this. And it takes about 10 weeks to achieve this goal.
Now, regardless of the fact that it's non-invasive, drug-free, fun,
yes,
some children and maybe even some adults are going to be intimidated by the fact that it takes place in a clinic and environment, even though you make it very friendly and home-like. Now you're beginning to travel to the home because it's a very portable device that you use and you can do this in the home.
Sure. In fact, what we have done in our program to save time for families and make this more affordable, we do home training. So they come, we do the test, and we identify the areas that are in need of training. We set up the equipment with protocol that is needed for that specific brain. And we teach parents, for example, how to use the equipment at home to train children. Some are living too far from our clinic. We have clients who come from Arizona, from Kansas City, Columbia, Missouri, Cape Girardeau. You don't have to come to the clinic if distance is a barrier to achieve the goals that you have for the treatment that you are looking for.
You're making it accessible for everybody. That's awesome. And I love the affordability concerns as well. Well, thank you for joining us as always. It's always good to see you. St. Louis Neurotherapy is doing free consultations. Take a tour of the facility. Meet with the doctors one-on-one. You can set that up by calling 1-855-STL ADHD. That's 855-785-2343, just in case you're dialing on your flip phone. Or you can dial at 314-983-9355, or you can go online to stladhd.com.